Hey there, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lesson, we are going to talk about how to animate a walk cycle. So, let's start. Alright, while animating a walk cycle, these are the key poses we have to specifically focus on. And if you make these key poses accurately, then at the end of the animation, your whole walk cycle animation would look quite satisfactory. So, throughout this lesson, we are going to talk about all of these key poses. So the first key pose is the contact pose, and this is the most important key pose in your walk cycle, because if your contact pose looks good, then your whole walk cycle would pretty much look good. But if you mess up your contact pose, then the rest of the walk cycle would not look that good. So contact pose is very important first of all, and your contact pose looks something like this. Both the foot will be on the ground, touching the ground, and one foot will be on toes and another one will be on heel, and the hands will be pretty much like this. Okay, and right now I am working on 24 frames per second, so the next contact pose will be at frame number 13, and it is the counter pose of the previous one. Okay, and the next one will be at frame number 25, and this is the same pose as the first one, and this completes the whole cycle of the contact pose, of the whole walk cycle. So this is how you have to first of all design the contact pose, and also observe that your body leans slightly forward in your contact pose. You have to do something like this. Again, it varies depending on the nature of the walk. So for a normal walk cycle, slightly tilt the body in your contact pose. Okay, the second one would be the passing pose, the second most important key pose in your walk cycle. So in the passing pose, your whole posture would look something like this. Your whole body will be totally straight, and one foot will be totally on the ground and another one will not touch the ground, and your whole posture will look like this. So the first passing pose is at frame number 7, and the next one is at frame number 19. So as you can see, the passing pose is exactly or almost in between the two contact poses. So first one is at frame number 7 and next one is at frame number 19. Okay, and right now if you preview your animation, you might see your character is walking. Of course, it would not look that natural, but you can preview it at this stage and feel the animation or feel the walk cycle. How does it exactly look? And after that, there are two more important poses which will complete the whole walk cycle. Okay, so after this, we are left with recoil pose and the up pose. So first of all, let's talk about the recoil pose. So in the recoil pose, your body will recoil. So basically, after contact pose, the body will slightly recoil and go to its passing pose. And at the passing pose, the body passes on its way to the next foot. So in the recoil pose, the body will be at its lowest height. So you can just compare the heights and see that at the recoil pose, the body will be at the lowest height and one foot will be up from the ground and another one will totally touch the ground. Okay, so the first recoil pose is at frame number 4. The next one is at frame number 16. And this is the counter pose of the first one. So this is all about the recoil pose, and the next one or the last one is the high point. This is the highest point of the walk cycle. This is where the character pushes the ground and just to balance and passes on its weight to the next foot and goes on to the next contact pose. So this is the high point and highest point of the walk cycle. So this one is at frame number 10 and the next high point is at frame number 22. Alright. So at the high point, just observe the character. One foot is standing, one foot is on the ground, standing on toes, and another one is high up from the ground, something like this. Alright. So this is all about the key poses in a walk cycle, as you can see. Okay, so one more thing. As you have properly made the whole walk cycle and made all the key poses accurately, then just you can add the in-betweens, or if you are in After Effects, then you can also apply the same concept there as well. Just the difference between it is you don't have to draw the in-betweens over there in After Effects, because there is a concept of interpolation. But there is one more thing, which is you can see that while the character is walking, its shoulder and its hips portion is twisting and it's counter rotating. So for that, let's imagine one cylinder at the shoulder position and another one at the lower body position. So when the character is walking, both the cylinder will counter rotate or rotate in opposite direction to each other, as you can see. So if you imagine this and do the whole animation, your walk cycle would look pretty accurate and would look pretty satisfactory at the end of the animation. So that is all about this lesson. I hope you like this video, and if you like this video, then hit that like button, and if you have any doubt regarding the video, make sure to comment down below. I will be happy to help you out. And if you are here for the first time, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell notification button to stay notified for all the future updates. Until then, goodbye.